As a lot of you may know, I'm a big fan of turn-based RPGs, mainly because the pace of the game is much more relaxed. Real-time RPGs are just something that I just don't enjoy. And while I did like Tales of Symphonia, it wasn't something that I really wanted to play. I decided to play it more out of a lack of options of a good RPG on the Wii. This title, on the other hand, really appealed to me right out of the gate, because it was turn-based, so I already went into it excited. And while this game will never be considered a classic like Lunar, it does have enough content to keep you interested throughout the whole game. Now the story is about a guy named Lark, while in the midst of a battle gets blown off his airship and lands in a forest, where he comes upon a strange young woman named Rifia. He agrees to help her get to town, because she saved his life, and deep down he's a nice guy. Eventually they'll meet up with a prince named Alf. No, not him. Another guy named Alf. He joins the group and they go off on an adventure to save the kingdom from the coming evil. Okay, that's a terrible description of the plot. It's a little bit hard to explain the story while not giving away anything important. And there are some huge twists in the first hour of the game, so it's hard to talk about the plot without ruining the storyline for you. So I'm choosing to be vague. Now the story is advanced through cutscenes, but most of the time it'll be just a bunch of text. And while I normally would be annoyed with the lack of voiced conversations, in this game you'll be praising the publishers for not adding more voiceovers, because the voice talent is just awful. How is it possible for a publisher to hire so many bad voice actors for a game? Did they not test any of these people? They would just read the lines and put as little emotion into the text as they could get away with. Sometimes they would even put in ridiculous pauses in speaking. The whole thing sounded unnatural, and it was really embarrassing. I know I'm kind of the pot calling the kettle black here, since I do a terrible job with these voiceovers. But honestly, I think I could do it better. In fact, let me try. I'm going to grab a random scene here.
Strange. It's sunny, but it's raining.
The devil must be beating his wife.
Who? Beating his what?
You don't know that expression?
No. But I like it. It sounds interesting.
Oh, I'm going to need a girl for this one. Hey, I got it. Hey, Peach! What do you want? I just need your help with this thing. There's these really bad voice actors, and I want to see if we could do a better job than them. So, what do you want me to do? I just need you to read the lines on the screen, and we'll see if we do a better job. You know, I do have better things to do with my time. I know. Just please do this for me, okay? Thank you. Ready? Yeah, sure, why not? Strange. It's sunny, but it's raining. The devil must be beating his wife. What the hell are you talking about? The devil must be beating his wife. Just read the lines. Just read the lines. No, I'm not going to start reading about some devil beating his wife. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what it means. It's just with the script. Never mind. You know what? You spoiled the scene. I don't know what's wrong with you. I was just doing you a favor. Oh my goodness. Yes, you know what? You just made my list. Yeah, okay. All right, thanks. The battle system, though, is a little bit different than I'm used to. It is turn-based, which is good, but instead of each player getting a turn, the whole team gets a pooled share of AP points, and from there you assign who's going to attack or do nothing. This means if you really want to, you can have the main character fight the whole battle. However, I doubt you'll do this, and you'll focus your battle techniques on a more balanced attack pattern. Each of the moves you can do with your character uses up a different amount of AP, so the more powerful moves will use up more of the party's turn, so you'll need to factor that in when you choose it. There's also a secondary power bar that you're going to need to use on some of the more powerful moves in order to pull them off. Normally these power bars fill up from a normal battle, much like the limit bars in the Final Fantasy series. There are magic spells that you can use, but they only let you have a very limited amount of MP to do the spell, and you have to have the correct amount of power and level power to do that spell. Your weapons will also upgrade, and when they do, you can take off the special attributes that they have attached to them and put them on another one of your weapons. So that means you can really tweak with one of your weapons to make it a real powerhouse. To speed things up, you can quickly choose a pre-made battle plan, and trust me when I say you'll do this a lot during the normal battles, because you'll need to level grind to stay ahead of the bosses in this game, because while the regular enemies are a breeze to kill, the bosses will bend you over and with mayonnaise and just shove their hand up, their fingers out, And trust me when I say you'll never look at a pencil the same again.
Okay. Maybe they're not that bad. I may have overemphasized some things for comedic effect, but really later on in the game they can get really hard, and you are going to need to level grind to stay alive.
The overworld that you'll travel on is a 3D map, and this can be a bit problematic because at some points the objectives that you have to get to are not always clear, and that can cause you to get lost. But they always have a map that you can look at. Now all the enemies can be seen on the screen, so that's nice. I guess it's a new standard for RPGs. No more invisible enemies, and that's definitely something I can get behind. Arc Rise Fantasia is a fun RPG. It has a great battle system and a good story. This title will only take you about 40 hours to beat, and it's definitely worth the $40 they're currently asking for it. So I think it's definitely worth a buy.